Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name's Louise and this is Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. So today I'm indoors. It's too wet and miserable outside to be looking at my allotment, but I am planning what to do, what's going to go on there this year. Some changes from last year. So last year this was the plan, and most of the things that I planned did did work well. I didn't do the flower beds at the end of the plot, so this 10 feet, the 10 feet section there did not get planted, but up to here was the rest of it. 30 feet did get planted, and so some things worked and some things didn't. Tomatoes got blight, so I had lots of tomatoes, but because I wasn't there to check on them, they got blight and ended up having to throw so many kilos. I'm not kidding, I had so many with blight. It was just terrible. So I am still planting tomatoes, but I'll show you some of the seeds I've got growing here. So these are little seedlings that have popped up. Just took them straight out of a cherry tomato, Dormer plum. It says 5th of Jan, actually it's the 5th of February that I planted these, so ignore that. And this variety is Honey Drop, and they've just started to come through, and I'm waiting on these Ivorino white tomatoes. So they're all cherry tomatoes. They're in one of these multi-packs where you've got different types of tomatoes, heritage tomatoes. So I thought I'll just pop some out and save myself some money on buying tomato seeds. So yeah, tomatoes I'm not going to do on the allotment. I will garden, I will grow them at home. I can keep an eye on them there. Any signs of blight, immediately I can deal with it. And other things that didn't happen very well, chilies, aubergine and peppers. Very, very late in the year I've got the aubergine to start to fruit. Very, very slow, much slower than the ones that I had growing at home. So I'm not going to do aubergines at the allotment this year, nor the peppers or the chilies. So yeah, so those things did not do well. The cucumber did very well, and I did grow some gourds. I grew pumpkins. I had pumpkins and butternut squash, and they did well. The Bangladeshi gourd did not do well. It got eaten very quickly. Well, it withered, so it was useless on the allotment. But changes are that I'm going to have this year. I'm going to have the rear part of the allotment into a fruit bed, basically. Things like strawberries, blueberry, red currant, raspberries, rhubarb, gooseberry. That's the plan to have at the end of the allotment. So I need to go down and sort of clear that area, get some nutrients into the soil, get the bed prepared, because I've been out and I bought these three. So I haven't got all the fruit bushes yet, but I came across these three varieties. This one is a blueberry called Patriot, and that's got multiple stems and started to sprout. In fact, all of them started to sprout, but that one seems to be the most advanced. And then I've got this one, raspberry cane. It's starting to push out a little leaf bud there. And then this one is red currant John Keir Van Tets, and that's got a little shoot in there. So they're in sort of compost. They're not wet, so they're in a semi-dormant state. So I need to get these, now that they started to sprout, I need to get them in ground, basically. So yeah, I'm on the lookout for rhubarb. I did spot some rhubarb. Well, I saw the box in Tesco's and then it was empty, so somebody's beat me to it and got the rhubarb. and a gooseberry. I'm looking for a gooseberry, so I don't want to spend a lot on them. You know, £2.50 is reasonable. Don't want to be spending more than £3, because it's a raised bed, so it's not. I'm not going to be planting huge trees in there. They do have an orchard at the community allotment, so and the orchard is for the whole of the allotment users' use. You know, it's shared basically, so I won't be planting any big trees or anything like that. However, I thought if I can get a dwarf fig, maybe. I'm not sure whether it would do well though. And other kinds of fruit bushes, plant up this area at the end of the allotment. So when I do go down, I will film that. And also this year I thought I'd try some sweet corn. I've not done sweet corn many years. Gosh, over 20 years I think was the last time I planted sweet corn on an allotment. Yeah, many years ago, and did very well in ground. So no idea how it will work with the raised bed, but you know, give it a try. And in combination on the same bed, I'm going to plant the climbing French beans. That's what I'm going to do, sweet corn and French beans together. So they will be in front of the fruit area. Yeah, so things might change. I mean, where I've planted the garlic at the moment, I've planted it at the front where I planted it last year, but I'm going to swap that around because I noticed the onions didn't do well. The onions got some kind of soft neck problem, and they weren't edible. The garlic was fine though. So I'm going to plant the herbs where the garlic was and swap places with the where I had planted the beetroot and stuff like that. So yeah, onions and garlic will go in the place where the beetroot, carrots were, and then I'll just move the carrots and beetroots the next bed along. So that's the plan, folks. So if you're interested in my allotment, or you've got your own allotment and you're looking for ideas of how to, you know, plant things that might cover areas, you know, you don't want to be planting fresh every year. You might want to keep an area where there's perennial fruit. This is my plan anyway, that some sections should be perennial, like a herb section. You know, I don't have to keep planting it every year. So yeah, that's the plan, and hope you join me in my next video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share with your friends. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.